Hi there, my name's Karina. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to attach your silk veils to your poi. So there's different methods that you can use to attach your veils depending on the width and the shape of your veil. I'm going to show you how to attach veils that are 20-inch wide, which are the ones that I stock on my website, veils that are in a semicircle shape, and also veils that are between 35 and 45 inches wide. So the poi I'm going to be using in this tutorial are the set of poi that I stock in my shop. The reason I use these, and they are my preferred method for veils, is one, they come with an inbuilt swivel. Having a swivel on your poi is going to prevent them from tangling so much compared to poi that have no swivel. So I highly recommend getting a set of poi that have a swivel. Second thing about these is they have a velvet exterior, and this velvet texture helps the veil from not sliding around too much. The poi is also quite weighty, which helps to pull the veils around. And lastly, they have a little loop sewed into the bottom of the ball to tie the silk to very easily. The methods I'll be showing you in today's tutorial you can use on your own poi. You don't necessarily have to use it on these, but certain techniques will only work if you have a loop on the end. So let's begin with the 20-inch wide veils. Option number one, we're going to take the corner of our 20-inch wide veil. We only take one corner, not both, because the veil is quite narrow as it is. Thread it through the loop and tie a knot there. And that's simply how you do that one. With our 35 to 45 inch wide veils, we're going to tie both corners of the short edge to the loop. And there we go. So because these silks are a bit wider, we're going to fold them over in half. Option number two, this technique works for any style of veils. I want to place the longer edge in front of me like that, and the shorter edge on the side. We're going to place our poi head around 10 centimeters in, pinch this part here and the corner, and tie a knot there. And do another double knot for security. And there we go. I find this has a really nice open flare effect. However, you do run the risk of the veil sliding up the cord whilst you're spinning, so it's not as secure as tying it to the loop, but the benefit is that you've covered the poi head, so if you prefer that aesthetic, you can do that, but it is less secure. One thing you can do to make it more secure while still having the poi head covered, I'm going to take the corner of the silk that's not already tied and thread it through the loop. We're going to gently pull the rest of the silk through like that, and just make sure that the edges of the silk haven't been folded over too much, so you want to be able to see the hem of the edges, and that should work. If your silk is too big, if you're using, for example, the 35 or 45 inch wide veils or even the semicircle, you might need to thread the silk first through the loop. So I'm now using my 45 inch wide veil. You might need to take the corner, thread it through the loop first, place it back how it was before. There's our corner. We're going to wrap it round, turn the poi around so we can see, and tie it as you would in the first demonstration. And then we're just gonna pull that silk through and neaten it up, making sure that the silk is snug around the ball, making sure that we can see the edges and they haven't rolled around too much, otherwise that might close the veil when it's spinning. And there we have it, like that, and that should work as well. With the semicircle veils, you might need to cut in a little bit more from the edge. So here are my semicircle veils. With these ones, especially if they have like a funky edge trim, you would apply the same technique as tying here and then threading through the loop, or simply tying here only. But I would come in maybe 30 centimeters in rather than 10. We tie it round, double knot. And again, that will be sufficient. However, you might find that the silk slides up the cord, so what you would do is thread it through the loop. Again, if your silk is too big to fit through the loop, you would thread it through the loop first and then tie it up. So I'm going to come in 30 centimeters, pinch it there, put it through that loop, pull that bit of silk through, turn it over, pinch these two sides and make a knot. And a second one. And then just pull through gently and tighten up the silk there. And we've got a loose one there because of the edge cut, so I'm just going to thread that through again and pull it in. There we go, so it's nice and snug. All the veils used in this tutorial were handmade and hand dyed by myself. If you would like to purchase any, you can find the links in the description to my online shop and my Instagram page. And there we have it, 3 different methods for tying your veils to your props. I hope you found this tutorial useful and have a wonderful time flowing with your silk props.